Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Diego Castro. Both Filipino casualties in the Israel-Hamas conflict were found to be caregivers who remained with their patients until the very end. Reniel Pawid with the report.
Just after the Hamas launched its surprise attack on nearby towns in the border with Israel, this man posted on social media a photo of an Israeli couple together with their caregiver. According to the caption, which was written in Hebrew, the couple in the photo are the man's parents, Lilac and Terry Kipnis, who were both residing in Kibbutz Be'eri. The man appealed for information regarding his parents, who he said was in a safe house together with their caregiver Paul. As it turns out, Paul is an overseas Filipino worker, one of the two confirmed by the Philippine government to have been killed in the war. The victim was identified as Paul Castelvi from Pampanga. Deep sadness blanketed the home of the Castelvi family in San Fernando City, Pampanga, upon learning the loss of their family's breadwinner. Cherry, Paul's elder sister, is still distraught over the news.
Wala po siyang iniisip, puro kami lang po. Yung mga magulang namin, yung mga anak ko. Wala po siyang ibang ginagawa kundi pasayahin po yung mga magulang namin.
The Castelvi family is now hoping for the immediate return of Paul's body. They are also hoping for the safe return of Paul's wife, who is in Tel Aviv.
Buntis po siya 8 months, manganganak po siya dapat yun nga, next month. Para pagkatapos niya manganak, dapat uuwi sila ng December para magbakasyon, para iuwi nga yung bata dito.
Dapat makikita po niya yung anak niya, pero hindi na po mangyayari.
On Saturday, when the attacks began, Paul's wife told Cherry that Paul hid in a bomb shelter. But in the succeeding days, his phone was no longer reachable. Come Tuesday, the son of Paul's employer told Paul's wife that he has reason to believe his parents, along with Paul, had been abducted. And the following day, Paul's death has been confirmed. Aside from Paul, the city government of San Fernando, Pampanga set up a monitoring team to locate the remaining residents in the war-torn country. The local government unit identified more than 10 Fernandinos working in Israel, including Castelvi.
Nagpapamonitor kami ngayon kung ilan ba yung mga Fernandinos na nandun. So yun, ongoing din yung pagsasaliksik ng mga kung sino-sino. Sana wala na, no?
As for the second confirmed victim, the deputy mayor of Jerusalem, Fleur Hassan Nahum, identified her in a social media post as Angeline, who was caring for her elderly patient Nira when the attacks happened. In her caption, Hassan Nahum shared that Angeline, despite having a chance to flee the Hamas attacks, showed, quote, unbelievable humanity and loyalty by remaining in Nira's side during the violence, resulting in both of them being murdered by the Hamas. Angeline was from Pangasinan and had been a caregiver in Israel for 6 years. The Philippine Embassy in Tel Aviv vows for the immediate repatriation of the remains of the two Filipino casualties.
We have received a request for assistance po sa pagpapauwi ng dalawang nasawi at we are still coordinating with the authorities po sa pag-retrieve po ng body.
Meanwhile, President Bongbong Marcos said he has spoken to the victim's family over the phone last night, which he said was the most difficult call he had to make as a president. He said the nation is one in grieving with the victims' families, and he assured them that they will provide the utmost support. Rainiel Pawid, We Are One News.
Another Filipina caregiver is among those still missing in Israel. On October 8, her Israeli employer posted on social media that Negros Occidental native Loretta Alacre was missing following Hamas's attack last Saturday. Loretta has been working in the country for 18 years. She was last seen in Nativot and Ashkelon. There were also reports that Lori was allegedly among those shot during Hamas's rampage. Meanwhile, speaking to News 5, Loretta's sister, Aileen Villarin, confirmed that Loretta is among the Filipinos missing in Israel. Aileen last talked to Loretta last Friday before the latter went to a music festival attacked by Hamas. According to officials, currently there are 3 Filipinos officially missing in Israel. The Philippines has put Gaza under alert level 3. This means that the government will now call on Filipinos in the area to consider voluntary repatriation. But it is still difficult for the Philippines to take Filipinos out of the conflict area, as Israel imposes stricter border controls. The death toll from both Israel and Hamas sides has already climbed to over 2,300.
There are other options to leave Gaza Strip via Egypt. That's currently another possibility. It needs to be coordinated with them. The Filipinos or in Israel are the same as any other citizen. They're part of us. They call our grandparents mother and father, and we treat them just like that, just like our kids, just like our sisters and brothers. And this is what we're going to do. So if we have an opportunity to help, you should know that as you stand by Israel, Israel stands by you.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on the One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Jago Castro. Gilas, Filipinas forward Justin Brownlee has reportedly tested positive for a banned substance in the Asian Games. The national team secured the Asian Games gold medal on October 6, ending a 61-year drought. The International Testing Agency revealed the result a day after Gilas won gold against Jordan. The sample was reportedly collected during an in-competition anti-doping control on October 7 in Hangzhou. The ITA determined that Brownlee's urine sample exhibited an adverse analytical result for carboxy-THC, a prohibited substance listed by the World Anti-Doping Agency. Carboxy-THC is a psychoactive right to request an analysis of the B samples. The case will now be referred to the Anti-Doping Division of the Court of Arbitration for Sport for adjudication. Meanwhile, Sami Bizay from Gilas' Asian Finals foe, Jordan, also tested positive for doping. Gilas team manager Alfrancis Chua maintains having an all-pro national team was just an accident. Chua told The Big Story that scheduling conflicts remain an issue in forming Gilas rosters. He explained that it was difficult when all basketball leagues are playing simultaneously. He added that they didn't have a choice at all since most players are unavailable as they are also playing in other leagues.
The problem is the schedule. Like, for example, if it's a PBA season, and then merong national team na lalaroan, you cannot stop PBA. So, kaming PBA, nag-adjust na kami na grabe.
Super.
That's why we got, ang picks namin, meron kaming special pick eh. Di ba? For the national team.
Pag-asa officially declares the end of the southwest monsoon or habagat season. The Weather Bureau said recent analysis have indicated a gradual shift in weather patterns. It added that the country is now in transition to the northeast monsoon or amihan season. This signals the onset of colder weather associated with the Christmas season. Pag-asa also noted, though, that the threat of El Nino still persists until early 2024. This is characterized by below normal rainfall that affects the country's resources. And that's it for this hour. Join us again at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.